In Scandinavia, water gives life. And it's a way of life. It shapes the land and the culture, whether flowing, frozen, or in between. We'll follow the flow through Finland, where waterways can be highways and Lapland becomes lakeland. To discover the chills and the thrills of Scandinavia's wild water. The archipelago sea, a cluster of more than 50,000 islands. Maybe the largest archipelago in the world. This is the southern end of Finland. Winter begins its tight grip. And this water has low salinity, making it easy to freeze for 3 to 5 months of the year. When there's no ice, boats and ferries use these channels like roads. And when it's frozen over, it creates even faster options. A massive fan can push this hovercraft to more than 70 miles an hour. And if the ice is patchy, no problem. The Finnish government uses hovercraft as a free public transport option. From the capital of Helsinki, hundreds of commuters must get home to some of the islands every week. This is what passes as a daily commute. The sights are enthralling this time of year. And so too the sounds. Listen carefully. This is Scandinavia after the first cold snap of the season. It sounds like a Hollywood soundtrack for a sci-fi laser battle. But no, it's a skater on thin ice. Freshly formed black ice, around 2 inches thick, is the only way skaters can create this haunting symphony. The sound is the ice cracking behind the skaters as waves ripple through the water below. Scandinavia is the birthplace of ice skating. Blades were first made of animal bone more than 1,000 years ago. And this form is called wild ice skating. More than walking on water, it's gliding on clouds. It's dangerous, but a change in pitch warns athletes if they move too close to ice, they might fall through. Ignore it at your peril. Special ice nails help skaters get to shore safely. The season for wild ice skating is short, only at the start of winter. Then it's a long wait before the waterways are clear again. You can still see how the rivers shape the land, stretching out and feeding Scandinavia like roots of a giant tree. Even iced over and caked in snow, the hidden power of the water shines through. In the mountains of Norway, it doesn't yield easy, but resists through the depths of winter, forcing wild winds to carve the water into a surreal patchwork of ice. It's like this for 6 or 7 months. Then, finally, it happens. Spring unlocks the water throughout Scandinavia. Lakes defrost, and rivers and streams flow again. Now, the islands of the archipelago can provide protection for regular boats. And once again, sailors must depend on lighthouses to warn them of low-lying rocks. Ferries take over from hovercraft. And the archipelago becomes the perfect race course for speedboats. You can also see the mysterious rock cut from a quarry on one of the islands. It's said to be a fine red granite sculpture shaped long ago to serve as Napoleon's tombstone. But it was abandoned, perhaps because it was too large and heavy to be shipped. Throughout Scandinavia, the thaw now spreads north to reveal other mysteries and wonders. In southern Finland, the big melt unlocks thousands of lakes, then swamps along the Russian border, and finally farther north into the Arctic Circle, where once again the biggest rivers can flow free. Waterways of northern Scandinavia converge in the Arctic. Here, each spring, instinct drives fish by the thousands to return from the ocean and charge upstream. Arctic char, sea trout and salmon. They have their choice of more than 200 rivers. But one stands out above the rest. The Tama River. The word Tama means great, and it's well named. It forms part of the border between Norway and Finland. And its 224-mile length has more than 40 tributaries. Together, they form one of the largest Atlantic salmon runs in the world. Once here, females begin their reproductive ritual by digging in gravel to create a nest called a redd. Meanwhile, the males may fight for the right to get close. The lucky male moves in. And in just a moment, he fertilizes her eggs as she drops them. About 2 months later, this. Salmon hatchlings grow strong in the river for several years before heading out to sea. But it's not a safe time. There are many threats. This is a dipper, one of the pluckiest little birds you'll ever see. Dippers are the world's only aquatic songbirds, and they spend their entire lives around water, often by raging cascades. The relentless thunder is enough to turn many visitors chicken, which makes what the dipper does next in the wild waters of Scandinavia even more incredible. The waterways of Finland support another bird, also unique. You might say these are ob ducks. They don't just swim, they dance. Forget shake your tail feather. Try shake your head feather. The head shaking, diving, reed carrying, and rapid water treading are all for a purpose. This is a male and a female, and they both put in the same effort. All bird ways of saying, let's hook up. Courtship may look like a curious thing, but it works. Next step is to build a nest for mating. They start with a water plant base. Now that they are in this relationship, they both pitch in. But this is no ordinary house. It's a boat house, a nest that'll float. And now it's ready for some fertilized eggs. Once laid, the eggs will hatch in 3 or 4 weeks. Meanwhile, the birds still gotta eat. And they dive for fish so fast they've earned the nickname of water witch. Now you see them, now you don't. This is a meal for one, but they also make meals to share. The one on nest duty deserves something, especially when she has a surprise on her back. Meet Junior. Oh wait, make that twins. Their parents' backs are their new luxury suites. And it comes with room service. Hand delivered, or rather beak delivered. Some meals include feathers. These will lodge in the chick's stomach. So only the good, fully digestible food gets to the intestine. It seems like an idyllic life for the birds on the waterways of Finland. But beware, they must be careful. Some dangerous predators lurk close by. Grass snakes also prefer life with a water view. They are good swimmers, and throughout Scandinavia, they use waterways to hunt for birds, frogs, fish, and even small mammals. Spring is in the air. And that means you often find more than one, even more than two. Sometimes a slithering mass. Grass snakes are common in Scandinavia, and these are all males clamoring for the attention of just one female in the middle. She's the most popular debutante at the mating ball, thanks to a special accessory befitting her maternal needs. The large female snake at the middle of this mass uses perfume, a pheromone that's attracted the horde. Another male comes late to the party, and he'll have a hard time joining in on the fun. Usually, only the first male gets to mate, and he leaves behind a plug that stops any others from getting in on the action. In 2 or 3 months, she may lay as many as 14 eggs, and a new generation of grass snakes will soon hatch. The volume of life in the pristine waters of northern Finland attracts fishermen from all over Scandinavia and the world. They capture 100 tons of fish from this region every year. And they are not the only ones hankering for a catch. Eurasian otters are fierce, water-loving weasels. They will hunt birds, frogs, and other small mammals. But their favorite is fish. They are usually loners, like this one, and defend their territory in this part of Scandinavia. That means having to navigate some rough rapids. Rivers in the northern regions of Finland have some of the best whitewater in all Europe. The river Kitka hugs the Russian border on its way to the White Sea. And for at least part of its journey, it carries rafters and kayakers out for a bit of Finnish fun. The waterways of Finland have long functioned as highways. A little farther south, kayakers now follow a nature trail that used to be all about business. This is the tar route, a watery path that was once a beeline for barrels of tar being transported from the taiga forest on Scandinavia's eastern border to the Baltic Sea. Tar was one of Finland's most important exports from the 1500s to the 1800s. And who needs roads or rail when you have calm, reliable waters? It's a soft adventure. But get out on the banks and you might find some serious danger. More than 1,000 bears hug the waterways and often hunt for fish in Finland. The brown bear is Finland's national animal and a significant part of Finnish culture. The Finns have more than 200 names for bear. So when this big boy dines, he will happily eat 90 pounds of food in a day, if he can find it. And around Finland's waterways, his search is not restricted to land. This brown bear is a powerful top-of-the-food chain predator. A small fish may not seem like much, but it all adds up. He still has meat on his mind, and his ears prick up at the sound of a nearby commotion. These ravens may direct him to some food in the forest. It's worth a look. As he heads farther south, towards the Gulf of Finland, another big flyer signals the presence of great waterways. Sea hawks. Call them osprey if you prefer. They are never too far from water. And here's why. A fish or 8 a day keeps the hunger away for these two parents and their hungry chicks. 99% of an osprey's diet is fish. In between meals, the little ones practice stretching their wings. Soon, they too will patrol the skies of Scandinavia as adults. They may even use the very same nest to start their own families. Unless, of course, their tree is targeted by some industrious developers below. Fallen logs and giant dams are the first telltale signs that the beavers are back. They were hunted to extinction in Sweden and Finland, but Norway's beavers have since been used to help them out. Beavers are still hard to see because most of their work is done at night. Under the cover of darkness, they whittle away at trees, collect branches, and dig mud to build dams. The water that spreads because of this work gives them easy and safe access to more food. And when the work is done, there's some time for play and romance. The work of these beavers is remarkable, but it's nothing compared to what's about to pass them by. Perhaps the most impressive woodworking accomplishment on all of Finland's waterways. Nearly halfway down Finland, you can see the real timber industry at work. And here, the Finns use waterways like highways. Finland is one of Europe's largest producers of wood. And what better way than water to move all that wood to market? Workers wire thousands of logs together to form giant floating trains that can be close to a mile long. This timber is on a 150-mile journey downstream. And what you see above the surface is only 1/10 of what lies below. Perhaps the biggest marvel of this method is how they navigate under bridges and through tight channels. A single tug does the pulling, while others keep the swaying tail end of this wooden dragon in check. About 40% of Finland's timber used to be transported this way. Now it's less than 3%. But that's still more than 1 million tons a year. This is the most affordable way of transporting timber over long distances. Just a little farther down the length of Finland is the so-called Land of 1,000 Lakes. In fact, 1,000 is a vast understatement. Try 188,000 lakes. They stretch across hundreds of miles. This is the largest lake district in Europe. More than 40,000 bodies of water make a labyrinth of rivers, canals, and islands. On Lake Saimaa, the largest of the lakes, one island holds Olavinlinna Castle, also known as St. Olaf's Castle. It was the first Finnish castle to be built with firearms in mind, and that served Finland well. It's near the border of Russia, traditionally a conflict hotspot. But it's withstood several sieges and wars, and is now more than 500 years old. Lake Saimaa is also famous as the home of an extraordinary creature, unique in the world. The Saimaa ringed seal, one of the most endangered species on the planet. Unlike their seawater-loving cousins, they must deal with ice cover all through winter. And here it comes. Winter once again grips Scandinavia. Olaf's castle cake gets some frosting, and it sits in the kingdom of Snow White. And ice slowly grips the lake. Now you see what makes the Saimaa ringed seals so special. They are one of the few seal populations on the planet to live exclusively around fresh water. And they mostly eat fish, which can make the ice cover that comes with winter a challenge. When fishing, they must often look for holes in the ice so they can catch their breath. making it more fun for a playful seal. Lots of bubbles. The fishermen of Finland, just above, also want to catch. They have to get creative. Finnish fishermen clear the snow and penetrate the ice with an auger. This Stone Age technique is done now throughout Finland with more modern, lightweight equipment. The holes are 8 inches across. Small, but so too is the catch. Zander and perch, just enough to fry up in a pan. And the numbers can make up for the size. The winter fishing season is long, sometimes more than 6 months. The ice gets strong enough for four-wheelers and even heavier vehicles. Maybe more than 3 feet thick. It's not all about the fish. Here augers and maybe a special ice saw are used for something very different. More than an hour's work. Not to collect giant ice blocks, nor to get to the fish beneath. Sami Rautiainen wants an ice hole off the end of his dock, so he can make a polar bear-like plunge into the frigid depths. He knows how that sounds.
It sounds crazy and it might look crazy, but actually it feels very good. It's more like fun for me and my family.
The lakeside building here is a Finnish favorite, a sauna. After a quick warm-up inside, it's 20 seconds to dive time.
I put snow or cold water to my heart just to give the picture to my heart what is coming up. So I don't go direct to the water. So then already heart starts pumping when I touch it with the cold water or snow.
It's time. There may be some therapeutic benefits, and it's a national pastime for thousands of Scandinavians.
And nowadays, in bigger cities, there is even these ice hole swimming clubs, and some people are getting the fresh feeling to start the working day.
No more than a minute or two at most. Then it's time to warm up again. while the ice hole immediately starts to freeze over. Beneath the ice, the waterways keep flowing. They continue to course through the veins of Scandinavia. Winter and summer alike, it's life-giving blood. And much more. Water fuels the clock by which all of Finland sets itself. Nature times its rhythms to the freezing and the defrosting. And the people of Finland fit right in. They harness the power of the waterways, take the wild thrills and spills in their stride, and somehow always manage to go with the flow.